All right, welcome everyone. I'm going to call to order the meeting of the February 9th meeting of the Conway Select Board. Just in time. First item on the agenda, vote to approve the minutes of February 2nd, which looked good to me.
Yep, same here, so I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
We do have, Elaine is here, but that's technically a quorum. So.
She's here, but I stopped her.
Yeah, it's fine. She didn't need to vote on that one. We have a quorum. Meetings attended by select board members.
None since last week.
Same for me. Elaine. Meetings last week?
None.
None. Okay, great.
It's like school committees Thursday.
Great. I don't see anyone here for public comments. Let's go to unfinished business, which is discuss and vote to approve the new environmentally preferred purchasing policy, which, can you remind, let me see. So it's basically just a policy that, directs town employees and committees to, make environmentally friendly purchases whenever possible. So conserving energy and water. We reviewed this at a previous
Yeah,
meeting,
it's just the format was wonky.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pass this down to you guys to look at, but I'm gonna make a motion to approve the environmentally preferred purchasing policy.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And let's just go ahead and move on to new business. Bob Armstrong's going to be here a little bit later to talk about our electrical aggregation pricing that's changing due to the extremely cold weather we've been experiencing. But the next item is discuss and vote to approve change in wording for transfer station policy regarding lost decals and bag stickers. So we did have a policy that said if your decal is lost, a replacement is the same cost as the original, but we didn't have anything about.
It does say about the bag stickers, but it says,
We were mixing the words stickers and decal.
no, because it wasn't, because decal
didn't
said
update
it was
it.
the same price.
Yeah.
And then we talk about bag stickers and say it was $20.
Oh,
So I have
Yeah.
the revised wording on there that I'm recommending, if you wanna.
So the revised policy would be, if a vehicle decal is lost, a replacement is the same cost as the original, which means $20 between July and December, and $10 from January through June. If you can bring in the old decal from a car being sold or a windshield replaced, the replacement is free. Replacement bag stickers cost $1 a piece, which means $52 for a full envelope. And all residents who have everyone gets a full envelope of stickers annually anyway. But if you do happen to use them all, or if you lose them, then it's $52 for an additional envelope.
Instead of the 20. Well, that's, the problem is you could have people just come in and say, I lost my,
yeah.
Yeah.
and we're actually getting, since the number changed, we've gotten quite a few more people coming in and buying
And buying stickers.
More.
stickers.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Way more so.
Already in February.
I guess that's incentive not to lose your stickers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, they also might have a lot more trash.
And they don't have to buy 52. They can
They're
buy
it's
at
$1
$1 a piece,
or
however many
So-
they need.
So if they lose the decal, or the decal gets scratched off, windshield breaks and they forgot to take it off before
Mhm.
replacing, they have to pay $20 for the decal. They don't get any stickers.
Correct.
Okay.
And I could put in there decal only. I mean, I don't, if you want to make that clear that you don't,
Because the decal stickers aren't.
our
They're different,
package.
No, I
yeah.
think
Right,
this
but
makes
they're
it clear.
not, like,
It says
if
if the decal is lost,
Yeah, there. Yeah, I think
replacement
should
bag
still have
stickers
plenty of
cost
stickers.
$1 a piece.
Right,
Okay.
exactly, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to make a motion that we change the wording to clarify the policy that if you lose your envelope of stickers, or you need to buy more, stickers are $1 a piece, or $52 for a full envelope.
And the decal.
Yeah, and the decal is gonna be $20 between July and December, or $10 between January and June.
Right.
Why is it shorter, January?
Half year.
Half a year.
Yeah, you guys made that policy a
Right.
while back.
So that's
or-
not changed, because we already had the.
Right, that's
yeah.
why I specified on there that it wouldn't be
Yeah.
Yeah, so
split
it's just the
because-
sticker.
I'll
replacement
second
change.
that.
Okay, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so since we have our finance committee here, let's proceed with our budget review.
Wow, we got a whole quorum full.
That's
Yeah.
it. You're gonna call the meeting
Call
to
your meeting
order?
to order?
Yeah. I make a motion to call the meeting to order. Okay. And I make a motion to approve the November 17th Finance Committee minutes as presented. Second, all in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Are you on the phone?
Next season.
Okay, all right, so what are we looking at?
Oh, well,
You
we have
guys
the
ready
town
for
clerk
the
here.
budget
All right.
review? Yep, we're starting with the town, is that the one you want to start with?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay,
I
You
mean,
pick.
all, the four of them are,
I'm just going in numerical order.
yeah, I mean, Kat's not here, so I got all four, so.
Okay,
Right. I assume you guys all have it.
Mm-hmm.
no,
We
I
do.
haven't seen him and I haven't heard a ding or anything.
Yeah, I was,
He would.
he said that he would, that's why I was concerned.
Oh, well, it's not 6:10 yet, so maybe he's,
Oh,
Good
yeah,
point.
we started early.
It's making his rice around.
all right, so you know what, I'll share this just so if we get the ding, it'll be obvious. Okay, here we go. Did I get it correctly up there?
This is the version you sent out later this afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't, the only thing on this that has a possibility of changing is if we get something from the shelter changing. I think it's only gonna be $385 for this fiscal year, but I don't trust them after what they did last year, bumping us to $2,100.
Which line are you talking?
That is, which one is the shelter? Where are they? What are they under? Oh, actually, no,
We're not
they're
on
in the
that budget.
dogs. They're under a different thing. They're in
Yeah,
the
we are.
dogs. So it won't matter.
Okay,
That all comes out of the puppy money.
The, just a quick question on this, the difference in the stipend, does that includes what we increased last time?
so last time it increased from 41 to 49,
Yeah, and now
so yes.
it's 54?
Yep. I'm honestly trying to work my way up to our surrounding areas. That's hence the comparison with, Whately next door.
Okay, so you're proposing an increase
I
to
am.
54?
I am.
Okay,
I am. I'm trying to work my way back to, work my way up to being comparable to the surrounding towns that are the same size,
Correct.
that are not only getting higher salaries, but they're also having, they also have assistants
Mhm.
that are,
mhm.
you know, and I'm not asking for an assistant, but
Sounds fair to me.
thank you, Elaine.
And then there's just a small increase in supplies.
I can't help that.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I've already used all my supply budget for this year, half the year to go. So,
Does that include like toner and ink and paper and all that, or are you both?
Well,
paper is covered
Postage.
by the admin.
yeah, it's postage that's going
Yeah,
up to
but
600.
Yeah, but postage
Your
is
postage is
increased.
the main one that's going up.
The postage is going up, yeah, that'll be going up in elections and under
Mm-hmm.
the town clerk, because postage rates are going up, and vote by mail is killing me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vote by mail, the census, the confirmations is absolutely killing me with
Yeah.
postage.
All right. Questions on this one?
Mm,
We're not voting now.
no.
First look.
I also agree we need to be in line with our surrounding communities.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm going by their fiscal year 26 salaries is what I'm looking at.
Mhm.
I didn't even look at what they were putting in for
What the
27,
COLAs
so
are.
I'm still a year behind, but at least it's a little closer.
Mhm. Next one?
Next one is registrars. I think that's just a increase in supplies. And that basically covers the envelopes for mailing the census, because I use, you approximately 2,500 to 3,000 envelopes each year just for the census mailings.
And that's not really an increase because you did a decrease in fiscal year 26.
Did I?
Yeah.
You're right, then it's not. I guess I found that it wasn't cutting it with the decrease,
Yeah.
because I bought envelopes this year and went, no.
Yeah.
I just returned one to you.
And I appreciate that, because I'll have to do a second round to about half of who I sent the first round to, so. If we could get our people to just sign it the first time and send it back, then.
Okay, so I think that one's easy.
Yep.
Elections.
That you're gonna see is more comparable to the FY '25. I decreased it in '26 because we only had one election. But in FY '27, we're up to 3 elections.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's an increase to cover the wages and the supplies and the postage. So if you look at '25, or fiscal year '25.
Yep.
Or '24, no, '25.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it does this, depending on how many elections there were that year.
And postage is again for your mail-in.
Vote by mail,
Yeah.
which is now probably at least 50% of our voters want their ballots mailed to them.
Okay.
And that's 2 ounces.
Yeah.
So it's like $1.10 right now to mail it, and then postage coming back. So, yeah. It's hard.
Should hire a courier.
I wish we could. I really wish we could. I wish they'd go back to vote by
Senior
mail for
tax
only
work
people
off
who
job?
had legitimate medical reasons, not just because they don't feel like
Yeah.
walking across the street.
Or they want to increase their options, right? So they may end up showing it
A
in person
lot,
anyway.
a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, a lot do. They either hand walk it into my office on election day,
Yeah,
or they throw it away and come in and vote in person anyway.
yeah,
And I can't, if they request it, I have to mail it.
yeah, yeah.
And they request it just in case,
Yep,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
you know.
Oh, yeah.
There should be some education on that. Costing
I
the town
put a
money.
chart up in the front hallway
Oh, good.
that shows the election process before vote by mail and now, and it went from 3 steps to 12 steps to process a ballot. It doesn't include the cost, but it shows the steps prior to and the steps now for processing a ballot. So, and it's right out on that outside bulletin board.
Do you
We'll
have,
see.
you sent the notice out with the census, is that correct?
I did. The state postcards never include the local elections.
Yeah.
So I sent it out with the census so we can get them in, and then whoever isn't in there, the state will be mailing postcards in June.
Oh, so there's another mailing.
There
Okay.
will be another mailing by the state with the
Okay.
postcards, and that will cover like the primaries and the general
Mhm.
election. And then they'll do it again in September
Okay,
for anyone who didn't respond.
right. And right now, you're just compiling the list.
Right, it all gets entered into the election system, and
Mhm.
when the ballots are ready,
Mhm.
we can print the labels and the lists
Mhm.
for whoever, and then we have to actually make kits.
Yep.
Everything that goes in each kit, we have to put the kits together, we have to label the stuff coming back,
Mhm.
the stuff going out, stuff it all, mail it all,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
scan it out, scan it in. It's huge.
Mhm.
It's extremely time consuming.
Yeah.
All right.
And is that something that you do all,
I do that by myself.
yourself?
Yes, I do.
but in theory, that's something that like one of our senior,
Yeah.
like the senior tax work off program, we could get someone to help with that, potentially?
Maybe it's an iffy, gotta be really, really careful thing, so maybe,
Yeah,
I mean, I'd love it if my election workers did, but they have jobs,
yeah,
you know, and they don't wanna be here on the weekends.
Yeah.
Right.
It's on me.
And one more? Do we have one more?
Board of Health. And I think the only increase on the Board of Health is the contract with FERCog.
which didn't even go up that much, 600.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah,
it's-
I think it was like 4%.
Yeah, that's,
We had, They had option packages, CPHS was doing, they had like A, B, and C that the towns all voted on what they wanted. And the one we went with kind of balanced the increase between the residents and the towns, whereas one option put all the increase in cost on the residents, one put it all on the town. And we took one that kind of balanced it.
Which one is the dogs in again? Is
The
that,
dogs doesn't have a budget because that's
Oh.
a special revenue.
that's right, it's a special revenue.
Yeah, last
Right,
year it
right,
was
right.
such a big thing because they tried to increase our kennel fees from
Right.
$350 to $2,100.
Okay.
And this year, I think it's gonna be $385, and I've been getting intake reports from them. And in the past 6 years, 7 years, they have only picked up 4 animals in Conway. Only one of them being a dog that was returned to the owner. The other ones have been a cow, a groundhog, a skunk.
An
And
email.
yeah, but it's like,
They're not going
but
to
it's
the
like,
kennel.
how can
We
you,
know where to
how can
return
you
that.
justify raising our kennel fees if
Yeah.
you've never had a dog from Conway in your kennel in the past 10 years?
Yeah.
That's very good.
You
to
know,
get on
and
top
it's
of
like, that's how you need to look at this.
Yeah.
You've never kenneled one of our dogs. It was immediately returned to its owner the same day. And so how do you justify bumping us up to $2,100?
Yeah.
It's just,
This
Was
is
it-
the, isn't this the person I sent that very worded email to?
mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it's all about the new shelter, right, the new building, right? Isn't that why they're trying to increase the fees?
I think so, but I mean, they haven't increased the fees in a long time. They were supposed to step them up percentages every year, like you do, and they just didn't. And then the new sheriff decided that she was just gonna,
All at once.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
which was so not.
and every town, I think,
Oh, yeah, everybody,
Mhm.
yeah.
we all had fun with that.
Yeah. All right.
But, yeah, that's all I got, folks, that's
Thank
it.
you,
Thank you,
Lori.
Lori.
That's pretty clear.
I try, and I have salary comparison charts if anyone wants to see where other people are, I'm more than happy to share them.
Yeah, I'd like to
Please.
actually.
You
We
went
can
through the
share
work.
one.
Well, yeah, these
Just see
come
what the
off
other
of
selectors
the Mass Town Clerks surveys.
Got it.
Yep, these are basically,
Yeah, we all know how they're
Highlighted
accurate
with
theirs
the-
are,
Yeah.
right?
Those are the comparable towns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Based
it-
on
We got in
population.
trouble with
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, 65.
the sheriff and you on that
Oh, you
one with
can't,
FERCog.
there's I think it's Roche, it's $53 an hour.
Yeah, the numbers they had for the sheriff were way off.
Oh, were they?
Deep.
Might be, yeah.
John, you can have your own.
Oh, okay.
We'll,
Thank you.
we'll
We have
share
enough.
over here.
Oh, I see why we have increased office
Sure.
supplies, just keep paying
Irving's a good place.
I'll
huh?
smack them for you.
Yeah.
I smacked them for you, Laura.
I know where you live, Mr. Waller.
And
So
she
sort
plays
of like
pickleball.
right
She
there.
can hit mean ball there, buddy, so do not mess around.
That's right. Do not mess with the clerk.
Oh, jeez.
Exactly.
Who were you looking at?
You know
What's
who.
interesting is how many of them
Yeah,
are basically.
exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And this is what's going
So
into
many
their
of them
hourly
are-
rate, going
Yeah.
into their offices.
There's a
Yeah.
36.
And I'm like, we
And
have
there's
that.
2 to 4.
Oh, I see. Some of them are high because they're adding the, like, okay.
Right, you'll
Okay.
see the clerk's hourly
Yeah.
rate, the assistant's hourly rate, and that's what's going in.
Got it.
But you've got people, itty bitty teeny.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
Chester,
Okay.
8 hours, 6
That makes
hours.
sense.
Okay, yeah, this is helpful. Thank you, Lori.
And there's an
Can I
assistant.
get
It
that?
doesn't seem so.
You didn't get the rate for Monroe?
What?
You get the rate for Monroe?
Is it on there?
No.
If it's not on there, they didn't answer the survey for the
Yeah.
Town Clerks Association.
And
They're-
really, you
they're
just gotta look
Because
at the show.
there's a
right?
few that won't
Yeah.
answer the survey, they won't
Yeah,
share.
Whaley's is
Yeah.
stupid.
So
I know, but
Monroe's a
we use
tiny- a
comparison
tiny
for our
town.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
Monroe's a tiny town and she gets $50-something an hour.
Really?
Yes,
That's probably the highest paying
And
job.
an assistant.
yeah, so I mean,
Well,
some of the
Irving
small
too,
towns
I
pay
mean,
really, really well.
Yeah,
you know,
Deerfield pays well, Montague pays very well.
wow,
Montague's at right around 90.
wow.
Well, they're much bigger than us.
Oh, yeah, they are, but she has 2 assistants,
Mhm.
which is always nice,
Yeah.
you know,
Unless you have to manage them.
unless you have what?
Have to manage them.
Yeah, but you'd feel a whole lot better if you're sick or want to take a vacation
Yeah.
or go to a conference, knowing that there's
Right.
somebody answering the
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
Transfer station.
Last one is transfer station, and I have, I think, some good news.
Okay. Less trash in town, is that?
Well, maybe. Actually, part of it is, let me see if I can highlight the line. Oh, come on, find it. Okay, trash tipping, yes, actually, that's the
Oh.
one that is going down significantly. Part of that, I think, is because in past years, I think I've been misreading. Either that or we've really reduced that much, because it might just be because, yeah, maybe it wasn't my error, maybe it was
I mean, the sticker should have,
reduced the
Did
trash.
we
Yeah.
have any
Yeah.
confirmation data about the impact?
Yeah.
The cost of the
We
the
would-
sticker?
Yeah.
we went
from,
about the cost of the
In
sticker.
terms of tonnage?
yeah.
of-
Yeah, we
of-
went down about
20,
25%.
25,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah,
which is what,
25%.
almost exactly what we expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
People burn their trash now.
They're burning it more, yeah, they're burying it in the backyard.
Well, I think in all honesty, I think it did away with what was the concern, which was that people were just kind of like, oh,
Reload.
trash
Yeah.
is free in Conway,
Right,
just
right.
give me your trash,
Yeah, I think you're
we'll take
right.
care of it.
From all neighboring towns and
Yeah.
construction crews.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so there's the good
So
news,
I
it's
put
actually
the-
going down,
Yeah, put the numbers in there. So trash hauling is reduced by 2,700, bulky waste by 2,500, and tipping by 7,000.
So that's not bad.
I mean, that's over 10,000.
Yeah.
There's a lot of increases. So I see.
there are, well, the admin, this is one of the ones that went up quite a bit, and you're gonna find this all across the budget as we look. Every big increase is because of health insurance.
The contracted
Inspections,
service.
you've got a 50% increase in.
Inspections, yeah, but, where is inspections?
The top.
Because you see how much I spent this year?
4380, yeah.
Yeah,
But
so,
then you spend nothing in 25,
right, so it depends, it's kind of every other year.
assuming that number's updated.
But,
Yeah, but in 24, we
yeah,
spent
Spent-
84 and we
yeah.
budgeted one, so.
That boatload, yeah.
yeah, so,
Okay,
yeah.
And we've made a lot of improvements up there. I mean, those should be noted, you know?
And those inspections are done by,
Well, they're third-party inspections, so we
Okay.
actually have three. We have the transfer station, we have the landfill, and now I'm gonna forget the third one, which happens every other year. So they do well water testing
Mhm.
because of the landfill,
okay.
and that's part of what bumps it up. Although this year, I think the reason it wasn't quite as expensive this year as it was back here is because we're not using the same engineering firm that costs an arm and a leg.
Gotcha.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
look at that.
Huh?
Sorry. Yeah, so inspections went up 1,500. The admin, like you said, because of health insurance, went up 1,200.
Right,
The contracted services, which
3,000.
includes 3,000. Then the recycling actually went up just above 3,000. But again, that's great. More people are recycling instead of just dumping in the
Yeah.
trash.
And you can see I put the current
On
cost per ton
116.
now, so we've definitely gotten to the place where everything we're throwing away costs us, or recycling costs us over 100 a ton.
And then the MRF fee went up by 2,000.
Well, yeah, so that's actually not how much it would cost if, how do I put this? How it was figured out. I think I added in tiny buffers in each of these from what, the information that Jan sent me. But yeah, I mean, that year we only spent that much, which is not very much, but you never know what the market's gonna do. And that's the trouble I ran into that one year when we put nothing in. And then we had to go back and put the
Mhm.
money in because the market's tanked, so. Anyway. And the line, let me see here, this is the line originally that was 18,000 when this budget switched from the Board of Health to the Select Board. And I've been trying to whittle it down every year, but of course now that we've got to pay for it, it's gonna cost just shy of, oh, actually, and bag stickers are in there too. It's gonna cost just shy of 2,000 for us to order the next set of bag stickers, so it's not cheap to buy those, unfortunately. But at least the overall budget's going down.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
No questions.
And,
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, like Elaine said, I think it is better up there. It's getting better.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
oh,
There's Roy.
there's Roy.
You're ready to leave.
Just in time.
Good. That's a good choice. Roy's been nominated.
So,
Congratulations,
has
Roy.
anybody, has finance looked at the first draft of the school budget? Or
No,
did-
we haven't seen
Oh, okay. All right,
Which one, Grammar or Frontier?
Union 38.
Unity.
Thought I sent you the first draft. Level funded is like a 5.71 increase.
it.
Okay. Because I thought Frontier's meeting tomorrow night, so we'll know.
We had one meeting on the budget, but
Okay.
they were, and we have a school committee meeting Thursday,
Okay.
so they were sort of like, how's that number sound, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have a question. So this is what the subcommittee of the school committee has drafted the proposed budget, right? So when is the formal vote by the school committee?
Months, down a few months.
Yeah, it should be listed on the budget schedule that I sent out.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I have all the
Like I
different.
said, this was
Okay.
first blush.
Right.
Do we have any estimates on the tech school build?
There's a meeting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Greenfield
Mhm.
Community College.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm wondering if we have any estimates on what,
Only what they gave us
only what
initially.
we've read in the news, the
There's only 3
$130 million.
Oh, no, it's more than that.
3 million.
No,
Yeah, but
it's
with our, the share,
200 some.
Yeah.
We,
but half of that's
3%.
reimbursed.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but.
Yeah,
we
but
get
the number
3%.
in the paper, the total number in the paper, it's increased since then.
Oh, it has.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's a meeting this week at
Tomorrow, yeah,
GCC.
tomorrow
Yeah,
night.
tomorrow
course it
night,
is.
6 o'clock at GCC.
Do we know what percentage of that total that we would be?
3 something.
3%, we're assessed to 3%.
Yeah. Which would be like $2 million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Something like that. I did the math before when we were
So
initially
a
talking about
frightening amount.
yeah.
Yeah, an amount that's not.
Yeah, it's
Possible.
not nonsensical.
Yeah, yeah.
Would
Not with
require an
health insurance
override for
costs
us to
and-
do it and all that kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would take, and how many students? 7?
thing. 4.
Is it
Yeah.
4?
That's- yeah.
So what would that? So how many is
I mean,
that?
it could
like
be 7 at some point, but you
Yeah.
know,
Well, they're
it's
building
good.
the
500,000
capacity-
per
They're
student.
building the
Yeah.
capacity of the new school for 600 students,
Yeah.
which is about
We-
what
we-
they know.
We could take that 500,000 and put it in a high interest
Yeah.
account, and,
And
those
give them all
students would never have
retirement
to work.
funds.
Yeah.
Put it all into Trump accounts for them.
Yeah, yeah. And then they never have to work or go to school anyway. So, yeah,
Well, I
it's
have
it's a
on this
ridiculous
topic, I have a
amount.
question. I'm assuming there'll be state reps now that Natalie Blaze officially retired from the positions as state rep. Is there an interim? Do you know who?
yes, so Senator Mark's office reached out to us and said that they will be filling in the gaps as much as they can. And Natalie's assistant, Corinne Coriat, is still there and
Okay.
still,
And planning to
Able to
run. for the
and planning to
position.
run for her spot, yeah.
Oh.
Although she's
Oh.
I thought,
more
well,
than-
that's why he was.
Yeah, 27.
27,
I
yeah.
thought she's-
I am working to have her come in in sometime in March on
Oh,
one of our
good.
meetings, so we can all
Thank you.
talk
Yes,
and
good.
figure out what her ideas are.
Yeah, because that means we won't have any representation until next, January?
Yeah.
So,
It's
January.
a long way.
yeah.
I'm hoping that some of our state elected officials will be in attendance tomorrow night. at the,
There've been a lot of
PCC.
Things already too, they may have already gone to.
Yeah. Are we
Several
still
Yeah, this is
scheduled?
their second presentation. I mean, they wanna come and give that same presentation to us, but I don't think that's gonna be necessary.
I'm not interested
think so.
unless it's on site.
Yeah,
Even then, I
I agree.
it's
like to
just
see the
it's
renderings
a
and-
non-negotiable at this point.
Yeah,
Like, you
the
can't
renderings,
have-
the quotes and all that. rather than
And
just
it is a
what we think.
reimbursable thing too, so you would actually have to fund it
Yeah.
in
exactly.
advance.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
3% of the total,
Right.
and then you hope to get back
right,
half of it
Yeah.
right.
if you don't have cost overruns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand the whole project.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of people at the meeting tomorrow night if you can go. Sounds like
Yeah.
it was on the radio multiple
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
they're really plugging it.
Yep.
Engineers, the construction.
We'll have the whole dog and pony show.
I can't go. Maybe I can watch it afterwards. I don't know. Is it virtual too, do you know?
I don't know, but the last one is on YouTube. I think this
Yeah.
is basically the
The
same presentation
November
that
one
they
is
gave
on
before.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Look it up. I'm sure it'll get.
All righty.
Okay, thank you, Finance.
Thanks,
I'll make a
Finance.
motion to adjourn. Now that Roy,
Thank you, Roy.
by the way, you're nominated.
Capital improvements. Okay, we have, Bob, would you like to come to talk to us about our community electric aggregation pricing?
Where would you like me to sit? Is it right here in the end? Right next to
If you
Adam?
dare
Or
sit
Or-
next
or
to
like-
Adam.
Yeah,
Whatever you want.
I'm closer to you here. I don't know.
Adam's the parole.
So I sent you a note,
Yep.
and I didn't know if that was helpful.
mhm.
Actually, I sent you a note that had some errors, and I corrected those. But mostly, so I sent you a note so you would know what we're asking. And so this is an official request from our broker being made for all of the towns in our group aggregation, which, as you know, our aggregation is all individual town aggregations. So we could not do this if we wanted, but in general, we try to have all of the towns in this group of towns all act in concert. And that is to increase the cost of our electricity by a penny per kilowatt hour. And, I mean, and in a way, so on a average home, the state says we should use the 600 kilowatt hour number, so I'll go with that. I don't know if everyone knows what they use, but at 600 kilowatts hours per month, that's $6. So your bill would go up $6 a month.
What size family is that?
I don't know. That's
It's
the state, in all of the state publications, they want us to use that number.
But it
And
could
but
be a family of two, like. not
could
a-
be.
It could be a family of four too.
I don't know. I don't know.
But if you use 600 kilowatts.
At a penny per
month.
kilowatt hour,
Then
that's
that's-
$6 a month.
So, but this is only for people who've opted into aggregate pricing, which not everyone.
So, right, yes, so,
Okay.
so right now, there's 3 ways you can buy your electricity. You can have Eversource purchase it on your behalf, have the aggregation purchase it on your behalf, or get it through private supply. And right now, we are very slightly less expensive than Eversource. And if by adding a penny, our price for the basic electricity will be about the same as Eversource. But most people in Conway are buying 25% additional renewable energy. They're buying at that level, and we will be about a half a penny more than, or almost a penny more than Eversource.
For now, until August when they increase their
Until
prices.
August, now,
Right.
and we can talk about why we believe their price is gonna go up.
Yeah.
And we can talk about, and what I don't know is how much you wanna know about why this happened.
Well,
Because it's
I-
cold.
What
I
is
have
so
two- I have
important?
2 things.
Go ahead.
I thought we had already signed into
Yes.
the aggregate,
Me too.
which is a signed contract.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Be my
now we're
first question.
renegotiating the contract after it's been signed.
No. So, right now, the money that we pay goes to 2 places. Most of it all goes to the electricity provider. But a small amount of it goes to ISO New England, who collects money that then they pay to a set of infrequently used providers to have them stay ready.
Okay.
And in the past, and they also kind of try to make up for the fact that when those providers actually make electricity, they cost a lot more than all of the normal providers. And so they kind of pay them a little bit of money for that. This is all a deal between ISO New England. We are 6 states called ISO New England, run by the independent system operator. Our 6 states as a group, and there's ISOs all over the country. And, but most of the ISO money is paid to a set of providers that very rarely produce, but for them to stay ready to produce if they're needed. And that's what ISO's job is, to make sure there's always electricity available so the lights don't go out. And in our, and we can, when we go out to bid, Eversource is required by law to go out to bid, to get a bid that says the provider is responsible for the electricity cost and any other costs that happen to come along, except for some costs that might be due to a change in the law. But and so those costs would mainly be these ISO New England costs. The aggregations, not just us, all of the aggregations have always gone out to bid saying we will pay those ISO New England costs, which have up until this winter been virtually nothing. And we always add a fraction of a penny to the bid that we get from the provider, and that pays all of our ISO charges. And this winter, ISO New England said, we estimate you should allocate 1/10 of a penny to add 1/10 of a penny to your bid, and that's what you should charge for your electricity, and that should cover it. And we thought, this might be a cold winter. We added 6/10 of a penny to our bid and figured we're good. And we're not good. And it's really looks like it's costing us a penny on top of that. So that's what this penny is for. So it's not that we are, now, up until now, we are not giving our provider the money, and our provider is paying that money to ISO. But they can't and won't do it forever. We really should be paying it.
The other point I just wanted to make, and it goes back to insurance as well. It was unforeseeable that insurance was going to increase because of GLP or whatever. I get that. And they had to turn off the faucet after it. I know it is. I think it's a BS excuse too, but they turn the faucet off to anybody that doesn't have diabetes. But this in particular, where they're like, oh, it was a cold winter, it was the coldest in 25 years, plus we have EV charging. Well, guess what? There's also solar.
Has nothing to do with EV charging, has nothing to do with solar.
Right.
It's purely the cold weather.
Yeah.
But it's that.
But why didn't they account for that? Right? I mean, I don't understand how these large companies aren't accounting for, you could
We
have
live
a
in New
mild
England.
winter or a cold winter. Are they going to let us decrease the pricing once it's a mild winter?
This bid that we have from our provider
Yeah.
has nothing to do with these charges that we have to pay to ISO New England.
But they anticipate the increase from Eversource.
But we haven't had to pay them.
No. Well, I believe Eversource is required by law to put out a bid where all of those costs go on the provider. Now, we could put out that kind of a bid, but we have always chosen not to.
Yeah.
Now, you could say that's not a good choice, but the aggregation law's been around a long time, and we've never had a winter like this one.
Yeah. In 25 years.
I can tell you
Never's a long time.
Yeah.
I hesitate to say this, but, so ISO New England and FERC authorized ISO New England to change the cost structure for what these infrequently used providers get paid. And they're now paying them more generously. And personally, I think it's because FERC and ISO New England are very fossil fuel friendly organizations. And all of the providers who are receiving this money are fossil fuel companies who make their electricity using natural gas or oil and can't compete with solar and wind and hydro.
It's a free market. Bye-bye.
So ISO's job right now is to pay these people. And I mean, if you remember the coal plant down in Holyoke, the owners of that plant lived off of these kinds of payments for years, never producing one bit of electricity. they finally gave up and they gave the plant to Holyoke. But now personally, I think all of those plants should be converted to battery storage and not natural gas or oil, but, you know.
Yeah.
But we are required to make these payments.
Yeah.
And
So
And there's no backup system that is less fossil fuel friendly that we can tap into.
No. No, I mean, right, ISO New England is in charge of determining which plants generate electricity. They're orchestrating all of these performers. They are the conductor and saying, you produce, you produce, you produce. And they always turn on the cheapest ones first and move up the stack ordered by cost. And the ones on the top are the fossil fuel plants. And then there's the ones above them that aren't being called on. But they will call on them. But they are allowed by law to fund them to stay ready. Having nothing to do with us and where we get our
But are there
electricity.
stay-ready companies that are more
Environmentally friendly.
environmentally friendly? Or is this
No,
like,
they're all,
so isn't the whole thing, I mean, environmentally friendly companies have to have extra power also. I mean, I'm just wondering if this is like an
No,
inside job to support fossil fuel companies.
say it again?
Like like why is it just fossil fuels that are the ISOs?
No, the ISO manages all of them, but the ones at the top that are rarely used are all fossil fuel companies because they're the most expensive.
Okay, so they go up the chain of more environmentally friendly until they hit fossil fuel.
Of less environmentally friendly.
Right, but they start with more environmental.
They start with cheapest. It's all money. It's
Yeah.
not environmentally
Okay.
friendly.
They-
It's just that who are the cheapest providers and who are the most expensive providers.
Can't store solar either without battery.
We got all that Venezuelan oil now.
Yeah, yeah.
So do we need to basically, I mean, probably vote to authorize you as our select board representative to sign the
Or
amendment,
or
essentially?
Vernique, or whatever.
You guys
Vernique
on
has the document. I didn't bring it with me, but I'm
Yeah.
sure you have the document.
It's your name on there.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm the alternate.
Great. I mean, the board is in charge of our aggregation.
Well, I also want to put in that I appreciate your work and like your emails on this because it's complicated.
Yeah.
I think I should write something for the for the current.
Yeah.
Do you know how many households in Conway are part of the aggregation?
It's probably like over 80%,
Oh, wow, okay.
85%.
Are we in it automatically unless we opt out?
You were in it automatically unless you opt out when we first created it.
Okay.
No, you were in it automatically if you were purchasing your electricity from Eversource. If you were purchasing from private supply,
Okay,
then you're not in it.
okay.
And anybody that's moved to town or started a new account is automatically in it.
Okay.
And people still have the option to opt out, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so-
And people can opt out, and so people that are upset about the penny, they can either move back to Eversource at any time for free, all they do is make a phone call, or they can change their electricity from 25% more to no additional, no additional renewable, and save a penny, and then come back in August. Most people don't watch their electric bills that closely,
Watch it go up.
but they can.
How do I see if I'm in it or not?
It'll say on your bill.
On your bill, it'll say your electricity is provided by, and it may say Eversource, it might say, the town municipal aggregation,
Okay.
It was Dynegy before, now it's First Point.
first.
First point.
So that's what should be on your bills now,
Yeah.
First Point.
But you have to look, the bills are
Yeah.
They don't make them.
written to make them hard to
Yeah.
Yes, they
find
are.
that stuff.
I think I still have
Just
one
like
I
cell
can
phone
bring in next
bills,
time
yeah.
and show you.
All right, so we need a vote.
No, I
We,
didn't.
yeah, we
I-
don't actually have to vote because as our representative, I think, we're
That-
already authorized to.
I think he's asking for a vote.
Okay.
I believe that you're in charge. You may authorize me to sign it.
Well, I mean, we don't have a vote.
It wasn't on the agenda to
I see.
vote. That was my bad. So,
I see.
I don't think we need to
But I
vote
don't
for
think-
that though. We
yeah.
can just authorize him, right?
he is your representative,
Yeah,
so I
so-
think if you all agree, then.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
agree.
I think so.
You want me to
I
come
mean,
sign it right now?
You can
And
if you
then-
want.
It's
Yeah.
right here.
So then we're
Yeah.
all set.
Was that pie chart was real for
That was ISO New England's,
only 10% renewable?
Understand.
yeah,
That's crazy.
and you see 38%
Lithuanian
natural gas.
Nuclear.
How did Bush used to say it?
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
No, nuclear.
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 Well, 0% coal. That's nice to see.
But this isn't what we have to sign. Oh, on the back.
Got it.
Okay.
The sign, the state for the sign.
Sure.
Thank you, Finance.
Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you.
Okay, all right, I think that does it for everything that we've got on the agenda, and thank you, Bob, for,
Yeah,
again,
thank you,
Oh,
Bob.
hey,
all your work on this, and also
I
making
think
it
that this is
understandable,
a great thing.
more understandable than it would normally be.
Well, I just
thank
love the
you.
way Bob makes it understandable.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm not in those meetings. I'd be like, what the?
All right, items not anticipated 48 hours in advance. Is there anything?
No, I didn't have anything. You just have those two pieces of mail. That one was concerned about the sidewalks from Karen Eldred, and the other was asking the select board to look into,
Basically signing,
a statewide initiative for,
single
healthcare.
payer healthcare.
Yeah, single payer, yep.
Is that Roy again?
But yes, we added
Yeah,
way
that's
more
right.
to it. 6
Finance
times
just
what-
left, Roy.
What we were told we should have.
No, that was, is that Roy?
Roy
That's
just
Roy.
came back in.
Roy's in
yeah.
a tunnel. He's in a cave.
Roy's spelunking with the sound off. Okay, yeah, so we had mail from a resident about sidewalks or lack thereof on Shelburne Falls Road, which Veronique is following up on,
Yeah.
and then a request from Mass Care, statewide organization advocating single-payer healthcare financing, for us to check out their website and basically sign a petition in support of single-payer healthcare.
I'll
And-
sign it, but
yeah,
it's not
so-
going to go anywhere,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, because there is actually currently a bill that is.
Oh, and
Where did I-
it's already in the house, isn't it?
It's, what was the, yes, bottled up in the
Yeah.
state legislature's Joint Committee on Healthcare
Yeah.
Financing, so,
It's basically Medicare for all.
yeah. Okay, TA update, is there one this week? Was
Oh,
that in
yeah,
the packet?
it was actually a
Okay,
longer one.
Okay, I didn't look at that yet, do you wanna?
Sure, so IT, we're plugging along. All of the firewalls and management machines are in. Now we have to get the staff to move all their files to OneDrive so that eventually we can do SharePoint, and when that's done, then we get our new machines so that we can hopefully be done with this migration. Oh, I should have said this while finance was here, but I am unfortunately anticipating, and maybe Roy can talk to this, there's been more of an overlap in some of the services than I was expecting. We were expecting to be up and running in September, and here it is February. So we're paying duplicate for some things in our IT budget, so we're probably gonna have to ask for a reserve fund transfer to cover a few things, sometime in May. And community aggregation, obviously, we just did that. MVP FY26, this is the one about the Jim Manuel property, but also includes the river corridor. I can't remember how much I updated you before, but Kimberly Noack McPhee is retiring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have met, I've met with MVP and I've met with the team from FERCog and GZA. They redid the budget, GZA is taking over what FERCog would have been doing, and we're gonna try to get all that done all the contracts signed with the state, the updated one with FERCog and the updated one with GZA by March 1st, so that they can get what they need to get done by June 30th, which is when this money has to be spent. It's a 2-year thing, but those items were all in
Right.
this fiscal year. I met, we have the $75,000 earmark with, through Senator Mark's office. And I've been working with the FERCog on this, and they had the idea to have me apply to the LEAP program, which is through Mass DOT. It's a new program for technical assistance. And basically, it's two-pronged. One is that they're not sure that the 75,000 will cover as much as is needed to scope out. We're gonna try to do Shelburne Falls Road from 116 to the Buckland line, because the South River comes up against it so often that it just makes sense to study the whole thing there. And this way, if we combined it with technical assistance from LEAP, we'll go further. And they're doing, this is through Mass DOT, so then Mass DOT is well aware of this project. And eventually, it's gonna cost a lot of money that we don't have. And what you do is you get it on the Transportation Improvement Program on the tip. And so all of these steps are gonna lead to getting it onto the tip. So I'm just thrilled with FERCog. They're really being proactive with me about this, so.
Well, and Shelburne has done work from their end, or Buckland from their end to our line. There's been a ton
Along
of,
the embankments?
yeah, there's been a ton of work done there.
Okay.
So I wonder if we can tap into what they've done,
Yeah.
researched, whatever.
Well, one of the things that I did bring up with the FERCog was that we really want to pursue as much environmentally friendly work as we can.
Oh, that's where I'm at, yeah.
Because, if you just pour a lot of riprap there, it's not really gonna,
Right.
so we're trying to research, or trying to promote doing something else, riparian plantings, willows, whatever it is that we could do that would try to solve the problem.
Right.
I'm not applying for MVP again this year, because I have 2 MVP projects
you've
right
got a
now
lot
that are
of
2
MVP.
years each, so.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. I did meet with USDA about the $700,000 earmark for the new fire truck, and the exciting thing about that, yes, Conway has to do a match, but it doesn't have to be 25%. We're gonna get the whole 700,000, which
Well,
is so
then-
exciting.
So what's
So
a
what do they
match
mean by
then?
match? What's the,
Well, just that we have to have some skin in the game.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
So I'm working with Chief Herman on this, and he's gonna be getting me an estimate so that I
sounds
can
funny, doesn't it?
put these together.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the next step is I fill out these applications, all these forms, and that will move the funding from the Department of Treasury over to USDA, where it will be, under our Conway ID. And then the last thing was that we had the meeting here last Thursday for the public meeting for the accessibility. So there was only a couple of people who showed up, but it was a good meeting, and we explored a lot of things, talking a lot about our public outdoor spaces as well, because the Institute for Human-Centered Design had done our update in 2018, so they're basically just going over what happened then, what they suggested then, what we've done so far, and then giving us, so it's not quite as involved
For
as
the
a
building.
normal,
The building
with all the
evaluation.
buildings,
Okay, yeah.
all of our buildings, including the new public safety office building. But they're talking a lot about, and we're gonna work with Deb Donaldson from Forest and Trails, and I reached out to Open Space, and trying to figure out other ways where we can get more accessible mobility, and so one brainstorm that we had was there's this company called All Out Adventures, and I think they have ties to, I want to say it was Tom McCarthy.
Oh,
I think that is Joe Comer's
I
work.
think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, we're just looking
On
at
their
All Out
front
Adventures
page.
website.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
website?
Yeah.
Yep, I think you're right. I think that is, I knew it was, yeah.
That's dope. Yeah.
So it just seemed like it could be really fun to have them bring their equipment here during the Festival of the Hills.
Yeah.
And in the South River Meadow, where a lot of people like to go, but if we had some And it's all about having the motorized wheelchair, whatever, but having it in a place where somebody can actually access it. And, you know, we've kind of researched this with Mass in Motion for a while there, but it was difficult to figure out, well, okay, we need a shed where we can put it. And then somebody has to figure out do we do a combination lock and how do we manage it? So anyway. But I'm really excited. I think this group is fantastic, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to say about updating us. And I did actually speak with Ron today about the front door here, which we're gonna update. That was one of the things on the last, and we have some money left over, but we need that to be the accessible door, and that, I think, is the
right.
key right away to getting this building a little
Oh,
bit better.
absolutely.
And I have my last class on Friday for HR, and it's fantastic, and I'm learning a lot, and I'll be making some changes.
Excellent, great.
I eavesdropped on a few of those when Jen did the class, and I was like, ooh, that's great.
Yeah, there's so much information in there, and the nice thing is that now I have connections with people who can answer my questions.
Right, totally.
So,
Okay, so our next meeting will be Tuesday, February 17th at 6 p.m. because Monday is the President's Day holiday. So
Also, no meeting next week?
no meeting next Monday,
it's Tuesday instead.
next Tuesday instead.
Like 17th,
I know, right?
I know. Yeah.
But it was not dark when I drove down here today.
It's true.
Um,
Oh, I see.
All right, so I'm going to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, everyone.